Hey, it's your girl Karen. I hope all is well. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, you're in for a treat, so grab your favorite beverage and let's turn the heat up in this kitchen. Let's go! Alright, let's jump right into it. Okay, so today I am going to make a very special bread. Okay, so this is a traditional Jewish bread made with yeast, flour, water, eggs, and oil. Okay, so here we have a large bowl, and I have, this is 2.5 cups of flour. 2.5 cups of flour, a little bit less than quarter cup of oil, half pack of yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, half teaspoon of salt, 3 eggs, and about half cup of I am going to combine the yeast and the water, and then I'm going to mix at a low speed. So I am not going to add the sugar, so at this point I am just going to add the flour, and I am going to mix it in. Okay, so here. So now I'm gonna add the eggs, and I'm gonna mix this in until it's well blended in. So after adding the oil and the salt, you're gonna keep kneading. This looks so good, baby. Nice and smooth. It's not supposed to be lumpy, guys. No lumps. No lumps. It's supposed to be nice and smooth. So you're gonna let it sit and rise for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Okay, so now that we have let this rise for about 3 times the size. See that? Look at that. All right, now I'm going to roll it out and divide it into 3 pieces because I'm going to make a braid. Okay, I'm going to make a braid. It's hard to do it with these gloves on, so I'm just gonna take these gloves off, guys, because it's easier to just do it without the gloves. My hands are clean, and I'm not digging my nails in anything here. I'm just, the palm of my hands, roll it out. Okay, so I'm gonna make it nice and long. There we are. There we go. I'm just gonna cut it in 3 even pieces, okay? So it'll be like 1, 2, and 3. Is that even? I think it is. Okay. All right, so we have 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna rest them on here for a little bit. And I'm just gonna go one at a time. You can make whatever shape you want when you're making this kind of bread. You can make them round. You can, when you're making the braid, you can do like 6 strands. I do 3 because I haven't learned how to do the 6 strands or the 4 strands. So I'm only going to do 3 strands. Okay, and you're going to roll them out like this, each one. Okay, so now that we have all 3 pieces together, we are going to make a braid. Okay, so we're going to line them up on the cutting board here. And if you feel like you need more counter space or a bigger cutting board, by all means, you can roll them out on your counter. I'm just not a big fan of, you know, putting food directly on the counter like that. And so if you feel like you can clean your counter really, really thoroughly and then do that, then by all means do so. Okay, so now I'm going to braid. So you're going to put one on top of each other like so. Okay. You know what? Let me start it like that. You're just going to connect the pieces at the edge like that. Okay. Spread them apart. Okay. Can you see that? And then you're going to braid as if you're braiding your hair. Okay. It's like braiding the hair. And as you can see, this is a small bread, right? So you might be wondering how I'm going to close these ends. I'm going to show you. Look at that. Look at that beautiful braid. Look at that. Look at that beautiful braid. Okay. So now I am going to make, all right, so let me just do this. You can coil it. You can actually coil it. Maybe it's better to just coil it. I was just trying to be a little fancy, but it's not. All right, you just coil it at the end, and there you have it. Okay, and then for the other side, see how nice and neat that is? For the other side, you're going to do the same thing. And don't worry about messing. You're going to make a little piece to coil it at the end. I love making challah breads. I do. I love making them. You are going to sit it again for another 30 minutes to rise again. Okay? Yes. See? It's nice and coiled at the end. See that? Look how beautiful. What a beautiful braid. Okay? So we have a nice little braid going on here. I'm going to let it sit out just like that and rise for another 30 minutes before I put it in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm not going to preheat the oven yet. I'm going to preheat the oven in about 15 minutes or so, and then the other 15 minutes I'll just push it in the oven. Look how beautiful that is. Back into shape. Okay, so if you move it around, so right now I am going to cut the end of the coiled part off so that it looks a little bit neater. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this part off. I think I made it too long, longer than the pan. Shift it down a little bit. Oh man, I do, and you know what, I do this every time. I can never remember to ease it onto the pan before and let it finish rising. I keep forgetting about doing that. And you know what? I don't want to waste anything, so I'm not going to throw these out. So guess what I'm going to do with these? I am going to roll them roll it up into a ball, and I'm going to throw it right on there. Alright, so here we go. And I'll just have that one for like a taste or something. So now it's nice and neat, all ready to go. The oven is already preheated. Now I am going to go ahead and glaze before I put it in the oven. Now I have two different glaze here, and they're both made of eggs. So this is just egg white, okay? And the reason why I have two is because I'm going to do half and half. My son likes it, you know, his bread to be a little on the sweeter side. So I'm just going to glaze a portion of it sweet and the other one just regular. So this one is mixed with sugar and this one is without sugar. So I'm going to do the one with sugar first, since I'm going to do the smaller portion. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to use a little brush and I'm going to glaze. So this is basically sugar and eggs, the egg white. And I'm going to glaze. See how beautiful that looks? Look at that beautiful scene. I had to adjust the light. So look at that beautiful sheen. Look at that. Look how beautiful. I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and glaze the other portion of it with just the egg white. And as you glaze the top, just make sure you kind of go under the edges like so, okay? And give it a good glaze. And then, you know, you can, if you have poppy seeds or any of those little seeds that go on buns and rolls, those you can just sprinkle those on the top of the glaze. And this is a beautiful glazed braided challah bread ready for the oven. And this you will bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.